Hello everyone, that's our group slide. It's about a story that's the winding road to entrepreneurship. That's our group member. 张春林、张静元、何志恩、刘景冲、邹远一。That's Act One. In the Blessing City, there was a poor young man. People called him He always pretended to be rich, and everyone often laughed at him. They didn't know that was ordinary, a young man with great ambitions. When he was 17 years old, he came to this struggle city with all the property his parents gave him. However, after several entrepreneurial failures, he had very little money left due to the dissipation of his parents. He had nothing and was even heavily in debt. After that, he went to restaurants to wash dishes and sleep on the street. But this income could not satisfy him. Without money, he seemed to be out of tune with the city. Under the below of failure and poverty, he gradually lost his ambitions. Was again by chance. I began to like drinking. Whenever he had money, he would go to bars and drinking cheap wine, where there were losers like him. He seemed to have found a home here. When the bartender persuaded him, he said, "When I drink, I will forget all the troubles. Under the stimulation of alcohol, I will get that ethereal pleasure and forget about the troubles." Saying this, the waiter walked by and still asked the nicer guest in the same tone. Whenever wakes up, he sits in the empty house and rubs his painful head. At this time, there is only the sound of friction between his palms and hair. And it is extremely quiet. Everything seemed so distressing. At two, since I'm rarely contacted his parents after his business failed, especially when he was addicted to alcohol. He almost never made a phone call to his parents. So his mother was very worried about Am's safety. So he asked Am's father to go with her to the city to look for his father thought that Ames might be busy with work and had no time, so he put off and refused to go. But at the strong request of Ames' mother, they come to the city together to look for traces of Am. After several days of searching, they found no trace of Am. At this time, Am's father also began to worry, and they even had a big quarrel about it. His father said, "I said that he cannot be allowed to come out, but you have to support him to come out." Am's mother also, she said, didn't speak, just scolded aside and cried.
When they were about to continue looking for Anninam, they saw across the street a beggar dressed in rags who looked very similar to Anninam. When his mother was about to pass by, the traffic surged and the beggar disappeared. His parents also began to doubt whether that he was his son. And if it was his son, why would he become like this? After his parents asked people around the land where Anninam lived. When they saw a house without a door, they saw a half-drunk man sitting on the ground against the wall. Anninam's mother, his eyes were full of worry, and he imagined that at this time was far different from what they had imagined. After began to start for a moment. Anninam's father became furious and slapped Anninam. He subconsciously supposed that Annie Lam was following around with money and did not work properly. So he started to curse angrily. As if I had a dog, the drinking and I feel very painful. At this moment, he began to have a mental breakdown, terminally or over-frantic. When he woke up again, Anina found himself lying on the bed at home. He seemed to have forgotten who was. When he looked in the mirrors, he saw a yellow dog, and then began to imitate the dog from time to time, and imitated the dog, the breaking of the dog, and it was destroying everything in the house crazy, as if it was releasing something. Adinam's mother saw that he was so crazy, so he left a doctor for diagnosis and treatment, but the doctor said that it was mental illness and there was no good solution. When Adinam's father learned about this, the cup in his head fell to the ground and made a creep sound. The creep sound at this time was just like the sound of the sap he sapped Adinam yesterday, which was devastating. Adinam's father also began to regret it. After thinking twice, he came to his son's door, opened it, and saw Adinam lying between the torn sheets and the chair that fell to the ground. He felt as if he had been stabbed bad in the heart. He walked up to Adinam and said something to him, saying that Adinam had no reaction. He slowly sat down on the step in front of the door and started crying. At this time, Adinam, who was in the house, also began to cry. One morning, Adinam and his parents were saying breakfast somewhere in the city. The morning light at this time was just like this smell on their face. Thank you for your listening.